But I never thought I'd be looking at the schedule going, hey, what's left on the schedule and what kind of chance do they have?
What's more likely is catching Orlando. They're only one worse in the loss column than the Magic, so they could be 8.
Right.
And it gets you out of the 9-10 game where you'd have to win 2. The Bulls is probably a good place to start, right?
Yeah.
They've now won 9 of 11. I mean, 3 weeks ago,
well, when you go
the
9
Bulls
and 2,
were 14 games below 500. Yeah, and then go ahead. You can finish that thought.
When you go 9 and 2, I mean, you're going to make noise. You're going to make a move. Anytime you can put a streak together like that, it may have looked catastrophic at one point. Tyler Akey may have been running around here saying how the Bulls were going to drop out and they're going to be in the lottery.
Chris and I kept telling him, there's no way they're dropping out of this stupid play-in tournament.
The minute they got rid of Zach Lavine,
they got better.
They got happy. Do they look happier?
They're just better.
Do they look happier?
I don't know.
Do they like he was a drain? He was a drain on the very soul of what was the Chicago Bulls. Now listen, Zach Lavine's a talented player. Nobody's going to take the talent away from him.
Okay, I would say that's maybe a little bit unfair that he was draining them. I don't think Zach was a bad teammate. Not from what I've gathered.
I didn't say he's a bad teammate. Just his persona, who he was.
He's definitely
may have been a natural energy drain.
I hate to put this so harshly and bluntly, but it is
a taker, not a giver.
It is what it is. Sylvie's pointed out the pure numbers of it. Sylvie's, for over a year and a half, he's just not a winning player, quite flat out. You're not going to win with Zach Lavine.
Not a winner.
You're not.
Not a winner.
And, you're right. He is talented.
Mm-hmm. Very talented.
But everybody in the NBA is talented to a certain degree.
Right.
He's just not a winning player.
No, sir.
And it does feel like the minute they finally were able to shed him, things just operate at a much more efficient manner. And I don't even know what their record is out there since they got him. Look, they lost Amatis too, so it's maybe a little bit unfair. Like they lost Sabonis. He hasn't been playing. And so do you remember where Zach Lavine went? I don't know if you remember where he got traded to.
Yeah, Zach Lavine went to Phoenix.
No, he did not.
He went to Sacramento.
He did go to Sacramento.
Along with DeMar DeRozan.
Along with
also
DeMar DeRozan.
in Sacramento. Yeah. I went out west, right? I went out west.
DeMar's, if you look at DeMar's career, they had some regular season success in Toronto, but that team never made any sort of noise in the playoffs.
This team's got a chance.
And the minute they got rid of him in Toronto, what happened?
They won.
They won the NBA championship.
They won. Yeah.
The minute they got rid of him.
The minute. Big shot at the end.
So I hate to be...
Big shot at the end, right?
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Remember the Kawhi Leonard at the baseline?
Big shot at the end.
Sixers?
Now they got the Mavericks coming up.
The Bulls have the Mavericks.
Bulls have the Mavericks coming up. They got a chance, Carm. They got a chance.
Okay. For what?
They got a chance to cause some chaos.
Really? How?
Carm. They start to believe in themselves. You know what role confidence plays in this whole thing? The role, the belief that you can, that you might be able to make a little bit of noise.
Are you suggesting that they could hang with Cleveland or Boston?
I'm suggesting that there are teams looking at the Bulls going, man, why are we going to have to catch this team when they're hot? The same way the Lakers talked about having to go up to Chicago, play a team that's third in pace, that's this, that's that. This is the kind of win. This is the Hail Mary win for the Washington Redskins. That's what that win was yesterday for the Chicago Bulls. I mean, that's the type of confidence it can instill.
It is almost kind of like a Hail Mary.
Now what they've got to do is be able to respond when they play the Mavericks. They can't let one piddle down their pant leg. I mean, they're chasing the two teams ahead of them for 6, and I think 7 is the highest they're going to be able to get.
The highest they'd be able to get is for 7.
The highest they're going to be able to get is 7. There's too much separation. There's only 10 games left, I believe, 11 games left. So that's what they're going to be able to do. But I never thought I'd be looking at the schedule going, hey, what's left on the schedule and what kind of chance do they have?
What's more likely is catching Orlando. They're only one worse in the loss column than the Magic, so they could be 8.
Right.
And it gets you out of the 9-10 game where you'd have to win 2. I don't know if it's happening. At the very least, play-in, as we knew all along. I have a feeling they're going to be in the playoffs this year. whether they're the 7th seed or the 8th seed, and they're going to be playing Cleveland or Boston.
All right.
And I don't think anybody's going to give them much of a chance in either of those series.
I'm going to ask you two, and I'm going to ask Char Dog back there also. Dallas at home, Oklahoma City, Toronto, Portland, Charlotte, at Cleveland, at Charlotte, Miami at home, Washington at home, and Philadelphia, who has quit.
2 against Charlotte still?
2 against Charlotte. No, I repeated it. It's 1 against Charlotte. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games left.
9 left.
What do they go in the final 9? That's it. What do they go in the final 9? Make your declaration today, now.
6-3.
And this is a
6-3
team plays above 500 basketball on the road. Above 500 basketball on the road with a point differential, Carm, that is 5. It's 7.4 different than what they were before they got rid of Zach Lavine. It is 5.
I'll say 6-3.
6-3,
which would get them to 38 wins.
I believe so.
Right, 38 wins.
6
Chris,
and 3?
what do you think? I'm saying 6-3.
I was doing some other math. You guys were talking about Zach being a winning player.
Oh boy, this is going to be good. What's Sacramento?
With the Kings, Zach Lavine, that team is 10-13.
Okay.
Since he joined the Kings. The Bulls since that time are 11-11. All right, so the next question is how many they're going to win here?
Yeah, how many in the last 9, Chris?
I say they're going to go 5-4.
5-4. I was between 5 and 4 and 6-3.
It's more realistic.
I'll go 6-3. Look, you're playing Washington, you're playing Philly, you're playing Charlotte, you're playing Portland, Toronto. You should beat Dallas on Saturday, tomorrow.
So that's 6
To be fair,
wins,
the
really.
last
You lose against Oklahoma City, you lose against Cleveland. Right? Them are the two you
yeah,
lose
probably
against?
Miami. Miami's going to have a lot to play for.
Portland's a loss.
Portland's a loss?
Yeah,
I think so. I think Portland's a loss.
That's a loss. Shaden
No,
Sharp.
no,
and
no.
Scoot
I
coming to
don't
town.
think Portland's lost. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Carm.
You're on the Shaden Sharp train?
That's
Yeah.
at
Oh,
home.
yeah. Portland coming to town.
That game's at home. I go 6-3. I'm with Carm. 6-3.
What do people think about this team? Like, genuinely, seriously, I want to know.
Are they
Last
likable?
night was, sure, they're likable.
Is this team
Sure.
likable?
I don't think there's any. I mean, Kobe White's very likable. Mates, I like a lot. What do
Patrick
people
Williams-
think about this team?
Patrick Williams hit your first key 3 in that
Yes, he did.
3-point flurry that you had at the end of the game.
Well, we're going to play that sequence when we come back, too. I mean, LeBron, geez, As great as LeBron is,
He was an onlooker for that
what are
one.
you doing? You don't expect a player of his caliber to lose Patrick Williams in the corner and then turn the ball over the way he did on that inbound play, on that baseline inbound play. You just don't expect it. And then I'll tell you, as much as I love Luka Doncic, the other thing that really stands out, I don't know that I've ever seen a player whine to the refs as much as Luka Doncic.
Oh, he does.
Ever.
Yeah.
Maybe Jalen Rose.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody whine as much as Luka Doncic on a basketball court, ever. It's insufferable, as brilliant of a player as he is, and he is brilliant. It is absolutely insufferable.
The Slovene's a little bit of a whiner. You're not happy with it?
It's
every play.
It's
It's every play.
single play. And LeBron's always good for once a game for like somebody hit him in the head with like a
Right.
sledgehammer.
And, yeah, exactly.
Jersey check.
Somebody scraped his head and he went down like a meteor just hit him.
You do the blood. Yeah, you're like he puts the jersey on his forehead to check
Then
for blood.
run back down.
It's Armageddon. It's Armageddon every time he gets touched.
I do wish they'd watch like one hockey game.
Yeah.
Watch one.
They had they had
Luka,
it today.
Watch one hockey game.
Today on
Just see what happens.
on the X-Carm, the former Twitter. They had it today. They had one of Jordan going up against the Knicks, going up and
right.
just
Yeah,
getting
right.
hammered.
Good call.
Still getting the ball up, landing,
Good
and
call.
looking at the two guys that he just conquered on the ground, flexing his muscles. And then they had a shot where LeBron dribbles and he crosses, just inside the free throw line. Somebody takes a swipe at him, hits him on top of the head.
Oh, my
And you'd have
God.
sworn to God the Academy Awards were being awarded that night.
Like you got hit with
for
a 2x4.
Instantaneous performance. Yeah, like Hacksaw Jim Duggan
yeah.
just cracked him in the back of the skull with a 2x4.
It's insufferable. And you don't need, you're right. You don't even have to watch a hockey game. Watch a basketball game from 1986.
Yeah.
I mean, just come on. It is.
And when he throws himself to the ground when he doesn't get touched, It makes Cristiano Ronaldo look like a superhero.
But Luca is like
He does a lot of whining. I will give it to you.
Brutal.
I will give it to you, Carmen. He does do a lot of whining.
As brilliant as he is, what do you think of this Bulls team?